There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Random DOS game show. And this is a Technosoft game, which has been converted. And there's our distinctly Asian-looking protagonist. So I'm guessing... Oh, look at that graphic. So, there are his motivations. There's been an attack on his planet. But fortunately, he's got a giant robot because, you know, he's an Asian man. So, you know, 1 in 4 Asian men have giant mech-like robots that they can just fly about in these days. And this is quite a lengthy cutscene. Can we skip this? Apparently not. The music's okay. I think this is probably a conversion from one of the Asian PC systems or consoles. Like a PC 98 or an MSX or something. But, oh, we're flying out of some sort of base and into the stratosphere for feedback. Okay. What have you got for us, feedback? So, let's immediately turn the skill level to easy. Don't need any frame skipping. Let's start and see what happens. Absolutely nothing. Well, that's promising. Oh, there we go. Oh! Alright, okay. So, nice music. You're looking at a very interesting perspective. So, we're behind our protagonist and his super robot here. And we're firing at the enemies as they approach. And some of you who may have played arcade games will be familiar with this style. I think Sega employed it more than once in various flight arcade games, you know, where you'd have a jet engine or whatever and it would be flying across the screen and shooting all these things. And it was basically a way for them to sort of show off their capabilities. Can't remember the name of it. You can tell me in the comments. There was a cinema that I still live near, actually, which used to have all these sort of arcade machines from the 90s. And oh, the music's faded out. And you can actually see the fire coming towards you, which is quite nice. Sort of circular objects. Your speed and missiles, which are activated with Alt. Your missiles are limited, your shots are not, but you have to hit space. You can't just hold down space, so that's a bit annoying. Let's just use my missiles to take out that lot because they're looking a bit suspect. We're down to our final missile. And I think we've cleared the first level. Ah! See, my shooter experience there has done well. Oh, look at this! We're on a planet. You see me flashing there? That means I'm temporarily immune after being hit. That stops you from dying from hit spam. There seems to be some sort of flying power-ups. Whoa! And the missiles are homing. I need that power-up. Give me the power-ups. No, the perspective is a little confusing, which is not surprising because that's the way that Sega game was. Again, music distinctly console-ish, I think. I feel like this came out on a console. Oh, I'm gonna die shortly here. Because of giant dinosaurs firing their lasers at me. Which is just very Asian, very Power Rangers. Some sort of jumping kangaroo thing. Oh no, it got me! Oh dear, listen to that. Game over. Game over, man. And he kicked me out to a black screen. Ouch. So, what is feedback? I mean, I've already described it, haven't I? It's got that interesting sort of behind the character perspective that you'd see in the arcades, but it's using PC keyboard controls. Less intuitive than, using the arcade stick and smashing buttons that 100 other grubby mitts had smashed with their sticky, popcorny fingers and disgusting dirtiness before. So it's okay as a conversion. It ran alright, there were a few slowdowns here and there, but it was largely functional. The music was nice, the sound effects were inobtrusive, so good work to the fella at the beginning that I forget the name of, some Asian name. He did a decent conversion here, but I don't think feedback is in that upper echelon. It feels like it's very much trying to sort of emulate that arcade experience, but lacks the hardware ability. Also, I'm playing the music from feedback over the top here, because it's kind of cool and I like it. And if you like me, randomly talking about DOS games of all types from all over the world, feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos. I do this all the time. And if you like what you see, you can always subscribe. And if you were spending forever in the arcades, flying about and destroying things with ease without losing so much as a quarter or a dime or a pound or whatever coinage you used, then you may well be one of my glorious patrons. Look at those great names. They keep me going. So yeah, this wasn't too bad an experience, but unfortunately, once you die the once, that appears to be it. Maybe there's a life system and I just needed to pick up the power-ups, but the perspective combined with the keyboard action means that this would have been better if it was just a top-down or side-scrolling shooter, I think. Until next time.